Hey there, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. This is just going to be a quick little voiceover commentary about something that's been on my mind recently. But before we hop into that, like if you like, dislike if you dislike, and subscribe with notifications on to support the channel. Every little bit helps the channel grow, so leave a comment if you have any thoughts, feedback, or reasonable, thoughtful critique. With that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so I figured that since my uploads have been super inconsistent recently, despite the new schedule, I should give you all a little insight as to how my life is going and how that influences my uploads. I think the first thing that I'm going to touch upon is my schoolwork. I'm 18 in August, so college really isn't that far away. To summarize, I've been taking on much more of a workload to prepare for college. This cuts down on my free time throughout the week severely, unsurprisingly resulting in my desire to spend the weekend doing, well, nothing of consequence, especially given that half of every Saturday is spent out and about with my friends. Another factor, which ties fairly well into the previous point, is that my friends have started the Pathfinder game. For those in the dark, it's a tabletop role-playing game similar to D&D or Dungeons & Dragons, which we now play every Sunday at 11 AM. Unfortunately, that pushes back my editing by at least 4 hours, which means by the time I'm finished with the video, it is often 6 PM or later. Another factor, and be aware, this is a little heavier and a bit more emotional, so if you want to skip that, go to the timestamp on the screen. Alright, you're still here, so I gotta assume you want to hear this. So, as some of you may be aware, likely if you're in my Discord or follow my Twitter, my beloved cat, Moo, passed away back in January. He was about 13, and he had basically been a part of my life for as long as I could remember. I and the rest of my family, especially my mom, took it very hard, and emotionally, I have been very on edge since. This has manifested itself primarily with having a lot of infighting with my community. Not like necessarily the viewers, but more people in my Discord, so I apologize for... I think I was mostly right, but I certainly was not as polite as I should have been in some of these interactions. In addition, during the last 2 months, there have been a series of seemingly non-stop health scares regarding my dogs, from slowly losing their vision and hearing, to infections, from deteriorating hips to swallowing a spatula, a story for another time. And most recently, most concerningly, the frankly terrifying revelation that my 12-year-old dog, Gus, has an aggressive cancerous mass near the site of the aforementioned infection. Gus has been, as far as I'm concerned, my best friend for over a decade, and to be honest, I'm extremely frightened that I'm going to lose him not 2 months after I lost Momo. In this environment, I think it's at least understandable, especially if you watched the last section, that I have a little trouble consistently uploading these days. I will try to continue the weekly uploads, plus the weekly shorts and streams, but I can't guarantee perfect consistency. I implore you to be patient in this regard. I also want to thank you, my audience, however small we may be, for sticking with me during this period. I can only say that it and I will pass with time.